Taps through on Alex, hoping to catch off some more frags. Danako's going to get that bomb plant in against them, and the site is secured for MIBR for the most part. Mezzi finds that kill. Alex turns around against Bolts, however gets it to a 5 versus 3, making it 2 as Zeppa swings back around and Yell tries to hold himself towards the outside. Looking onto that bomb plant position, the defuser being stuck by Alex, and SH said, well, he's got no way of shutting this down. All 5 alive for Cloud9, a monstrous start to kick things off.
And fall back in towards the site, get himself a little bit more of a passive position. Danako doing a lot of early damage, but a lot of CTs already here at the Ace side, and now the opening kill going the way of the T's.
Yeah, with that frag, Alex turns it around against Bolts to a 4 versus 4, and Danako watching, bursting through with the Galil in the back. Yell will be able to get a kill. Zeppa trades it all the same, so 3 versus 3 scenario. Zeppa creeps up close, catches Cello, just barely does the damage to get the kill. Mezzi will finish off the job, and SHZ turns his Deagle into a 2 versus 2 scenario. Sees heads of several CT players and still gets shut down for it. Yell can trade it. Through stick the Ninja, he'll tap it at least. Yell's going to make some noise out towards the ramp control, just draws the tension away, take a fight and lose it, and Mezzi is just going to clutch the round. Will be inbound from the CTs quick. The bomb plant can get planted here. Again, Mezzi is the linchpin element.
Yeah, they've got to rely on that backstab, but they just can't be able to hold off enough suppliants out towards that site itself. So this might just have to be a save call, knowing the reset potential, knowing the lack of money in the reserve. Mezzi gets caught off in the stairs, and they've called it now. They realize you have to play, but unless you're slowing those T-side down, they're just going to be able to overwhelm the bomb side, gather those mad advantages, and take a convincing. And for MIBR, this is a great chance for them now. Completely reset your opposition to take a lead on the T-side.
Pistols are standard. MIBR might not have won the pistol in conversion rounds, but they have been able to win the force buys and now the cleanups at the 2 HP. And, well, Cloud9 have kind of played this one very, very hyper-aggressive, I guess you could say, or very overzealous. Danako, 2 frags here with the AAK, turn around by S-Attack as they try and go for the retake here on the CT side and get it back to evens, actually. 2-on-2 scenario. Yell's watching with that AWP at a tight angle. Will they read him? Can they take him down? They've got no kits in place. If they're going to continue this retake, they've got to act relatively quickly. S-Attack run boosted. They see where that AWP's going, and SHZ shuts him down. Looks back in for the second, and it takes not much here for him to shut down the 2. And Cloud9 can celebrate that much at least. Can they convert it into a round? Well, SHZ has other ideas. He takes Alex down. Gets us to a 4-on-4, trading back that early amount of advantage that Cloud9 were able to find there on the A plate. Will it go any further than this? Well, S-Attack dealing with Yell, starting things back over to the favor of Cloud9 in the last minute. Peeking further forward for a 3K. Mezzi shuts down SHZ as well, and now Bolts is left alone, and eventually
more weapons down with him to at least try and damage the economy going forward. Don't know if he reads this position from Floppy towards the end of ramp, and no, he doesn't. So T-side weapons, mad advantages being lost from them are just, they're crippling. They make it so tough to try and come back from that situation. Mezzi aggressive out towards ramp, only finds one, and now an opportunity for MIBR to start putting a bit of pressure up towards A.
Again, pistols. Can't expect too much out of this, but it will mean a 7-3 for MIBR, 1 away from taking the half.
They're probably on point to be able to get to, what, double digits you've got to expect at the turn of the half?
Pressing here, I don't think they will. Alex is forced back, a missed molly from his teammate. No, he does force forward, flashbang in, jumps around the corner, and that costs him his life.
Oh, I don't know about that one. That's one of the first times that Cloud9 have got themselves a 5-on-4 man advantage in the start of the round, and they just throw it away with more aggression. Double stack in towards that mid control, at least gets the fight going for the CTs once again, but Yell's got an opportunity to try and swing onto Mezzi and get it back to a 3-on-3.
Get here so they can go for the execute. Smoke down the main cross, Zeppa swings and loses his life. 2 line up past the smoke for Floppy though, and that bomb goes down for it. Yell now on a 1 versus 2. AWP in play, he's found a kill already. He might have heard that AWP up over to the sniper's nest. Fire back from Floppy, peeking against S-Attack, lands that shot, sees his second man, but doesn't catch it in the end. Floppy, MIBR just threw out there, and is he going to push forward to that smoke at the right moment? I mean, he's holding back towards the corner play as the T's again rotate back into the B side. They're putting some utility down. S-Attack's standing back here. M4 grabs that bomb, or UMP I should say grabs that bomb, but he's traded as Danako gets Alex. S-Attack will fall on the B site meanwhile. So now Mezzi has the SMG left here for the CT side. Got to face it on ID's players in the forward contact in a 4 versus 3 situation. Now making his 2 as Cello makes his double happen. Burns alive towards Mezzi's molly at least, so he keeps that one within a single man advantage, but they have to fight to try and get it back in. Mezzi does deal with Bolts as Yell gets him back. It's a 1 versus 1. Bomb dropped on the site. Yell can get the plant from here. It's all on Floppy to clutch again.
1 versus 1. We've seen this come through from up against Yell, against the Floppy. How does he want to play this? Put this spawn down, try and fake it out. Floppy's going to try and draw him off the angle, out towards the default position. Floppy diving in towards the site. The M4 is going to be able to get another clutch going for the CTs. A great round again from
stairs in towards this stairs area. His aggression hasn't always been 100%. It's going to be known. He takes a fight and he loses it. That's a big kill.
Alex is actually able to find a return, though, out towards the alley position. This time around being a little bit more cautious and a little bit more passive to try and defend out from ramp. Incendiaries are actually going to push him farther forward, so this is more like it in how he's been playing ramp so far in this entire half. S-Tag finds a kill. Do they check this position? They try to. Alex still getting involved, tries to fall back, and the T's in a big disadvantage here trying to gain the ramp control.
Player advantage for CLOUD9, 20 HP on Cello as well. Site rotation, we've seen that several times from MIBR, but CLOUD9 are not falling for it. And Zephyr gets taken out as the smoke starts to fade. Molotov's in 2 versus 2. SHZ allowing Cello to reposition. The nade is at the ready to the back line so they can try and deny this plant. Not going to work against SHZ though. He'll just be able to get that one in. It will do some damage towards him, but the plant is secured. A swing around from Mezzi will take him. It's all left to Cello. 1 versus 2 now. AWP seeing him in the back, firing away, trying to force him off this angle. He faces, sees that head, taps up S-Attack. Now looking for Mezzi next, and Mezzi secures the second. That did look real close from Cello though. So a hell of a task to try and get said touch. Alex and Mezzi over towards the A site this time. Aggression from S-Tag, and Floppy dealt with so well. Cello, the spray transfers a beaut. And now he's got one more to deal with on the B site defense. From here, MIBR probably win the round.
Oh, that was beautiful coming out for Cello, and, well, players just keep falling. Even the ramp push is starting to come through from the CTs, but they're down to just 1. Mezzi in a 1 versus 5 trying to get in from the backstab of the T side. He needs everything.
He hasn't got much. 1 on 5 for the Deagle. The AWP Cello ready to receive, shuts him down in an instant in MIBR.
It's a bit of a double pump or a fake attempt. The CTs don't over-rotate over the B site, and they're even trying to aggress up towards Sniper's Nest.
Oh, and SHZ shuts down that first player. Mezzi can't trade it back, though. The 2-for-1 is in. The bomb plant is secured on MIBR. S-Tag looks top of the white boost, sees the player just past the edge of the smoke, still goes down for it. Oh, but Alex creeping in the back lines. No one saw this one coming. He takes out Yell, couldn't get that secondary frag. Knows that as a player broke away towards the backside, as Cello goes falling towards Mezzi on the main side defense. It's all left to Bolton, a 1 versus 3. P2K in hand. He knows he's out of the round as CLOUD9 win the pistol at the T side.
The Bolt's even getting hunted. Oh, even full work out from mid, waiting for more aggression to continue.
And you go around the corner, Alex sees what's going on, sprays onto the player at the boost, not to the players. Be wary of where they take their next steps, but they are going as a cohesive unit straight up the ramp control. Danako's being seen, being taken out by Mezzi, continuing to watch that side alley position. SHZ will swing, get his Deagle shot. That's a beautiful one, taking the head off the shoulders of Mezzi himself, and the bomb plant will be secured.
Get that bomb plant in. And try and see if they can keep forcing the CTs out. Actually, before even getting the bomb plant in, S-Attack's able to find a couple of kills, meaning Cello.
Then I think he'll just about be able to get an... is watching from an off angle, so Mezzi's not going to be seen. Neither is he going to see the CT forces. Cello might not be ready for this swing back, though, and indeed he does go down as a big entry. Seeing the second player on Scaff, Bolts will be able to find that trade, but the Molotov will force him back. So technically, B-site is open for a bomb plant. However, for them to extend or try to extend when the actual defensive needs him. Utility down, Molotov's in. Floppy will start to get the inklings of movement. Alex is watching the scaff position. Great flashbang to keep him blind. Him and a teammate are back here. Damage being done. SHZ gets that 1 kill. Zephyr trying to turn around for another, but Bolt gets those 2 together. And now the backstabbing player of Floppy has got them all to find here. Molotov on the bomb's going to come in ahead too late, though. Got a swing, got a spray. Is that going to take the man down? No, it landed way too deep on the site.
With the backstabbing player, and now CLOUD9 put the aggression up towards ramp.
Flashes in, Danako, completely blind. Who threw that one? We're not sure. Yell gonna burn a little bit behind Sandbags. He tries to get this up to do some sort of damage to get the trades together, but no. Bolts in the backlines will get here to respond to a 3 versus 2. Nade's back damage is gonna be mostly evaded, but still takes Mezzi down in the midst of the smoke. So now we stand evens here. 1 CT creeping closer. Cello tempting face. Sees where that bomb is out in the open. Extends a little bit too far, but Bolts deals with Zephyr. 4 is 3K. S-Attack hunting for this man, but Bolts with a quadra in this round secures the round and evens for MIBR.
3 players here for the CTs.
Flash is turned away from Fama with a spray. Danico lines up to AWP. Vertitag's also been seen, so it's a 3 versus 3, as Alex did find 1 kill at least. But that's all they will find. Again, even standing. Floppy is trying to buy a rotation back alongside Vertitag, or at least try and fake something. They're giving away a lot of info by making a lot of noise to this. Danico continues facing with a newly found AK-47 on for his triple, and he gets it to drop the bomb on 4 points of health. Continues facing at an aggressive angle, hearing the footsteps, knowing that they're on their way, and ducked down behind the box to seize the AWP. Makes it 4 kills. SHZ finishing the job, but Danico face from Zeppa and Co. Here they go, flashing their way forward. SHZ and Yell, nice simple frags on their part. Back behind the orange boxes, a 5-on-3 ensues, and CLOUD9 think about the rotations. Floppy again acting towards mid. They might have to buy their way back into the B site.
And they're going to have to rely on one player, and this player could be Floppy. If he's able to deal with the player out from mid, this could open up this control out towards the B side. He's actually slow walking in. Bolt should be able to get the read onto this. Floppy looks on towards CT spawn and trying to get the split in towards A.
Zeppa finds a kill on the site as well, so now it's a 3 versus 3. He suspects there's a player coming in from side though, and up VAK. Floppy with a swing, that's a shutdown from Yell. 2 kills to his name, still 16 HP. Vertitag got to win this fight, and indeed he does. And now the bomb has got to get to the bomb site position. Is Yell going to go for wall banks? He will not. He'll wait and look for Vertitag. Facing just slightly around that corner. Alex with his back turn, the smoke to cover him off. Cello on the back stab, meanwhile, ducked down behind the sandbags. Doesn't see Alex, Alex doesn't see him. The kill can come through. He turns back into Vertitag, M4 in hand. Switched out to the AK now. Flash at the ready, and the AWP is on the bomb again. Tapping it once, trying to force that player to peek all the info. Given away by Vertitag. But the HP is too much for Yell to handle.
From the A side, and CTs have got to get here in numbers. We know that Bolts with the AK could be one of the big defenders. His teammates started to push in for the generators, but the AK is going to be the one to fall, and the fights continue coming through. Floppy ends up turning it to a double, and more CTs start falling.
Shadow's got that AK in his hands. I think his best bet from here is to save it, and indeed he is out of dodge onto the backstab position. SHZ with 7 points of health as well. Actually, they're going to go and grab a second AK, and then they shut down. Nice effort from SHZ. Not going to happen, though. Floppy might get traded at least. No, not even that. 1 HP, and he wins the fight on Cello.
A bit more if he walked in towards the side, but takes the drill, takes a lot of damage in return, and the cross smokes start going down, trying to see if they can force the CTs further and further back and get that AWP over towards Zeppa. And Alex has got to kill a B. B side's completely open.
Rotations inbound. CLOUD9 won't wasting any time with that one. Mibr quick to respond, and they can take Alex down, and it could potentially shut down his execution. Bolts, what's he going for here? The swing, jumping around the outside, dealt with by Alex. Yell will get the response in. He stalled the hit coming through, and now he's going to try focus on getting the man advantage back. But Zeppa with the AWP catches him off, and now Danico is left in a 1 versus 3. He has been a standout star for this team at certain times, and now he's got to do it once again in the clutch. Gets 1 kill, but gets no. Here they come, flashes in, SMG spray through, doesn't do its damage. Alex eventually does end up falling. Cello holds an opening kill, 4 HP, does damage for the second, but Zeppa holds his own alongside Mezzi to a 3 versus 3. SHZ around the outside of the smoke. Mezzi's on 1 point of health. This is possible, especially if this deal gets a high HP player. He did so much damage to Floppy, but it wasn't enough. Now Bolt's got to do the damage. Takes those 2 frags. That's huge. Vertitag, all that remains with the AWP. A 1-on-2 for him. The gun barrel's been seen. All the info cold out. There's no backstabbing for Mibr, and they should know that he's swinging up to the site itself. Smokes down, or being gotten rid of, so we can grab a rifle instead. The Deagle of Bolts is ready for this. Vertitag trades it. 3 HP though, 1-on-1 against Yell. And watching that back line, the Fama stands by, ready to receive. And 13 seconds, Vertitag's got to get that bomb plant. Yell has all the advantage at this stage. Round the outside of the smoke, he's been seen! And Yell saves the round, saves the map for Mibr.
Bees, get those cross smokes down towards the A site, and there's still some aggression coming through from Danico.
Hiding behind the smoke, Incendiary to try to stop them. Counter Molotov back at the T side. The Fama and the AK so ready for this. Here comes all the util. The spray lines up for 1. AK a bit awkward on the site, and Floppy can't punish him. 3 versus 2. And Yell hopes that someone's planting in the open. He can't deny that player though. Alex caught out to the mid control. Cello's heard it, but Yell acting to the site retake early. Gets it down to a 2 versus 2. And on the bomb, he'll stick it. SMG swings wide. AK spraying Zeppa. It's not there. The knife's out. And Mibr just win the round in midst of smoke. OT is up for map 1.
Yeah, they've been making a little bit of noise out towards the A side, but it does look like they want to try and regroup, and Yell wants to start to over-aggress. He wants to fight them out from ramp.
Takes that fight and wins it. Swing back on a second man. Zeppa also being shut down by the AWP. Yes, the tag. Wins its fight at the time to 3 versus 3. Danico responds to the AWP, gets the man advantage back to MIBR, and 20 seconds remaining. Might get sandwiched in by the AK, but that allows Cello a chance to take down the bomb planter. It is picked up by Messi on the site, but a 1 versus 2, and Cello sees him at the edge of the smoke. Will have his presence felt. Utility inbound, Smoke's ready for Bolts to try to protect himself. He's going to burn a little bit, put a smoke out towards the gap in the AC box. Nades coming through, damage being done. Bolts could line 3 up. He only gets 1 frag though. Messi responds very quickly.
The bomb's still not yet planted in for the Cloud9 side. Seeing if they can make...
Smoke down. Depot waiting with the AK. Wins even to see a CT right now. Unable to get a shot in. Flashbang turned away from. Eventually gets that spray together. Swings back on the second man. Seeing where Yell is doing his damage, but unable to get those kills. S-Attack responds on Cello. And now it's all left to Yell. Edge of the site. Takes down at least 1 player, but surely not enough time to go for all these kills and get the retake together. Good shot on Messi is good, but not enough to win anything. I have a feeling this back and forth could go for a lot longer here, Dweg. Especially as Danico does go down here. The T is trying to regain the advantage, and Cello finds his response. So, even more case to the point. Of course, they're not going to bother here. Cello's going to fall back out of position. Now SHZ is going to be the central point of the defensive. Molotov to his position, swings on S-Attack, still wins the kill, and Smoke just goes down to maintain his position. A fantastic sequence from him.
Flash comes over the top. He doesn't swing. He stays.
Body coming in from Floppy. He's actually all the way back on the beat. You can't even use it. Not like it's going to matter. Floppy swinging back with a flashbang that catches both CTs blind. Secondary flash also going over. Zeppa also takes his fights. Now both T-side players being known about. And Cello takes that kill on the bomb. Swing back and Floppy gets that first kill. Cello just really waiting against him. 34 points to tell for either. And Floppy with his connection.
Full of smokes go down. Pretty much MIBR use everything towards that side take. And now with the flash over the top, the CTs are finding a couple of connections. Back to a 2 versus 2. This is very winnable for Cloud9.
Floppy's on 7 points of health. Yell might not be aware of that. He might have to focus on that player. Flash is going over, swings up. Doesn't see what's going on just yet. No info on the CT basis. He might catch Yell in a second or 2. Right now he's just hunting for information. Sees nothing on the site. Or back as sandbags now being seen upon there. He gets the kill and has a tag. And back up against Floppy so far out in the open. Drops down. There's Bolts with the AK in the sideline site. So if they can find a way in, they might counter-rotate this. Danico gonna get caught off guard though. Messi gets that frag. And now they realize what's going on as Bolts gets a kill back on Floppy. He does find the trade on Yell. But the only B-side defender is down. It's a 3v3 retake. Flashes over Molotovs will force Bolts down to 23. Further utility coming in. The AWP holding his angle with T-side as Bolts is down to Zeppa. SAZ gets that 1 trade now. It's all left to the AWP now to deny the bomb plant here. The time's ticking so low. Gotta go swinging. Gotta go find that 1 pixel he needs. And he just catches Messi. S-Attack will take him down. But he's got to stay alive as they waited until the last possible moment to take that kill. Cello.
It's lots of damage, but not being converted into a kill. Tanako's on 1 HP.
Bolts gets Messi to 0 HP. Zeppa can find that trade. Danico is low, as is Alex. Danico definitely in worse for wear.
Oh, timing on mid.
Or 40 seconds, SHZ taking further HEs. You're right about that mid control. That 1 player swinging back. And Cello, no one's accounted for this.
Oh, no.
Player swings back now. Oh. He turns around at the right moment, gets Zeppa, and now throws a major spanner into the works. The A hit still coming through, but another player's been drawn away from the A defensive. It's all going to rest on a tagged up Alex. Yell focusing forward and made their way away. And Cello's finding more kills in mid. 2 standing for Cloud9. As MIBR have the A site, they have the bomb plants.
Oh, the AWP's now chiming in. Floppy got baited over towards the B side. He's now the 1-1 left. 1 versus 4. Gets that first kill onto Cello, but he's got so much more to find. And the T side have already pressed up quite aggressively. Floppy, do or die for him to bring it into another OT. Gets 1 more, but MIB... The MIB have done a lot of homework coming out to Overpass. Cloud9 have picked into this map in every single best of 3 coming into the group stage of Pro League. And aggression starting to come out from Bolts out towards this monster control. They're even waiting for him, but he still finds the first and makes it 2. Bolt's getting away with so much work. Drops that bomb. He turns it into a 3K.
How's he gotten away with that? That's it. That's ridiculous. What a fight for S-Attack. All of a sudden, Bolts gets a quadra. Oh, Nade's down on the C9 side as well. Messi, Alex, Floppy all taking damage. Eventually, Floppy's going to fall to the hands of Cello, seeing the majority of the T-side forces as well, making their way out to the long entrance. Easy frags for Cello in this one. 2 left standing, 1 left standing. Alex, last man standing here for Cloud9. Well, no one standing now. 2-0 for the CT board. Only man advantage for Cloud9 as they can walk into that B site at this stage. Maybe one player could get isolated in S-Attack if they extend out towards long, so they can catch that frag. That bomb's making its way towards mid-control, though, so this is actually going to be a rotation into the A play. I'm surprised they haven't made that rotation happen. Bolt's going to get taken down for it. S-Attack will be able to be dealt with her, but SHZ trading to a 3 versus 2, and Cloud9... 17 seconds, actually, yeah, no. They can still insert themselves into the line here, but Danako goes falling. Can he deny this right here? He still has a chance to swing back here. He's got to get Mezzi first and foremost, though, and that bomb gets planted safe.
Yeah, open towards that bag position. It's going to be a tough retake to come in from SHZ, but we've seen what he's been able to do before. Unfortunately, that incendiary not quite landing where he would have liked it to be. One player out towards the truck position, and Floppy to swing out from default. Cloud9, very surprised they didn't just commit towards that B side. They had so many advantages. Floppy just... NWP's actually pushed quite aggressively with this M4. This is a position that is currently unknown out for the T side, and Cello got such a good timing, pushes right up towards that fountain position, and now with only 2 T side players left, they're going to start to put the goods over towards the B side, but just not finding those initial trades means that Zeppa's now the last one left.
2K to his name, Ace Clutch having to come through for him if he wants to win this round. 2 CTs on the rotation, they've got the information at this stage. Zeppa just walking out, he's got a swing on his player, not looking the right place at the right time. Dealt with for 3-1 to the board. Mibr.
Just trying to see if they can overwhelm the bomb site and opening up contour, making a lot of noise out towards this water position. Line up for SHZ. Nice triple coming through from him on the anti-eco. Mezzi, 1 versus 5. Might be able to get away with 1 kill, but no, it doesn't happen. 4 on the board now for the Mibr side.
Lack of CTs overall. 3 of them are out towards that mid position. Danako still takes a fight and wins it on the first. Not quite the second. Damage has been done. Now they can line up for SH. Then he drops that bomb. The second player, Floppy, peeks back in to get to a 3 versus 3. And now to 2. Getting bolts on the rotations. Yell and Cello up for the retake. Dealt with by Mezzi next to the Molotov and the wallbang spray. And now Cello's the last man alive in a 1v3 scenario. Cloud9 will take 2.
A little bit sloppy there, unfortunately, for the B defenders for Mibr. They're not quite getting those sprays down on lock, and for Cello, he might as well just try and go for this. 1 versus 3, money in the bank for the CTs, but they swing on each other's contact out from the monster wall and from the barrels. The second round up for Cloud9. A little bit slower on the approach for Cloud9, at least when it comes to the early contact peak. Bit of an off angle coming out towards his headshot position from Cello to back up his AWPer from Yell. Didn't find a massive amount of success with that crossfire out towards Divider in the last round. And even Floppy, he's got this short control, but he hasn't been able to find anything with it. Slow wall coming in, could be on for an entry. Finds that first trade, comes back. No, it doesn't. Floppy finds 2.
Well, that's pretty huge. 12 points of health for him, but 2 kills. And now finally falling to bolts for a 2-for-1. Looks back towards that short control. Know that there's a player out there, and Zeppa just shoulder baits for info. Peeks in, taps his head off his shoulders. And now Yell and Cello got to consider the safe call here. They're so low on money. They're as far away from the T side as possible. Pushing back forward from that T-con area. Cello's seen him though. Hasn't seen his backup. The Molotov will get baited in. The kill will come out. Cello looks against the AWP of S-Attack, and S-Attack will take him back down. So 2-for-1. Favorable to the CT side. Floppy starting to slow walk out a monster. Backs turned towards the toxic barrels, and SHZ swings out from the site itself. Takes that kill. Mezzi, S-Attack, now just S-Attack alone. Very far away from position. We're setting up that smoke for Mezzi to do some damage, but now should get shut down by the crossfire here. They know exactly where he is. One player creeping up the backstab, and the AWP just watching for a CT to peek towards him. In the end, he's got to force forward, and he will get shut down. Alex is right up there. They have no idea. It's all a case of timing. Oh, he turns around, gets the dink off. The AK will win the fight back. Info being gained by the CT forces, but now the utility comes in. Cloud9, they have the man advantage, and the execution basis is set. An AK spray from Bots catches 1 and 2. S-Attack trades it, goes for the bomb plant here. He's got backup in Zephyr to deal with the first responder. Danako falling, and now it's a 3v2 retake, making it 2v2 for SHZ. They're still going to hold contest in this one.
There's a lot of players tagged up. It's going to really rely on Mezzi to be the baiting player out in this post plant for the T side. Zeppa coming through from the long challenge out towards the bathroom's position. CT's on the site, tap that bomb, trying to see if they can draw the T's out to the open. Mezzi gets the first, not quite the second, but Zeppa peaks on his contact to tie up the scoreline at 5-5. And now money in a position for the CTs where they can't buy here. And they've got to try and get every advantage possible, and for Cello, he's going to have to rely pretty much on himself and his CZ. Does find that first kill, gets away with a lot of damage, and he somehow hasn't been traded yet.
It's straight through the smoke right here. Gonna get some backup right behind him. Bolts turns up that M4 for a frag. Oh, God. It's a 5 versus 3. Cello's on 12 HP right up forward at Divider. You know that M4's right behind him. They should imagine that he's fallen back to the side. Or as he reagrets, Flashes coming forward. Oh, Zeppa doesn't check him. And now Cello's got knives out. Eventually gets traded by Mezzi. Floppy turns around 1, but now Mezzi's on 5 points of health. And well, this was the right call. CLOUD9 were caught off guard, just not in the way that we expected. Unreal shooting from Cello and Mezzi. Oh, okay. Okay, then. We're back in the game. But he's got to make sure he checks the right corner at the right moment. If he mistimes this, or if he doesn't keep his eyes on everything, I think, yeah, he's seen him. It's over. This one's over, unless he absolutely chokes this kill. Not going to happen. And there it is, for sick for MIBR, and even though they took a lot of damage, that was a force buy round that they should never have won, so I think they can be on the firepower on most players, and they're going for the 4-man boost here, CLOUD9. S a tag. Oh, he missed the jump. Oh, that's not fun. We see a lot of teams try for this, but it's a lot harder than people actually give it credit for. And in the end, it's going to allow MIBR to get that opening frag. Alex trying to extend further forward and just doesn't make it happen.
Oh my goodness. Yell might be on for a double. They'll have no idea about this backstab out from T-Con. They'll think that Yell gets a couple of kills. They can even leave bolts here, have a gamble rotation out towards the B side, and just leave that one player to gather information. This is going to be a hard check towards the left-hand side for CLOUD9 if they start backing off to take this T-Con control, and I think they are.
Flashes forward, they've got to act real quick. When does he swing back? Does he try to move closer? No. They're making their moves up. 2 great nades, allows the spray to come through, get 1 kill and 2. And now Floppy left alone will be cleaned up by Yell. MIBR get to 7 on CT. Maybe a bit of a faster round, not necessarily a fast-paced play, but Flashes coming in. They're going to set themselves up for a monster push. Floppy's got the Khalil standing by. Make their way up the M4 spray. Transfers itself back over. Bemezi gets both of those kills on the site itself. 2 standing for the CT side. Bolts gets it to a 2 versus 2 now. CLOUD9 siphoned off from each other. Zeppa's just rotating up the position. Essa tag already on the site itself. M4 swing sees his man. Zeppa combines for the kill. And now Yell's left alone for the retake.
1 versus 2. He's just flying in towards the site, making a lot of noise about it. They don't know that he dropped down from that heaven position. AWP waiting for them to press forward, only lands that tag shot, and Zeppa closed out the round with a triple. 6th on the board for CLOUD9. Great execution out towards the B side.
MIBR, though, might hinder them into this round, especially on round 15, obviously. They are forced into that position. They're going to have to go for that retake. And they might look to be likely for that eventuality. First kill being found by Alex on the T side. A trade did come in initially, though, and Yell responds out towards Connector. 2 for 1 that favours MIBR. Prepared to receive. Do they hear those footsteps? I think they might do. In fact, there is a peek coming in from Danico to try to force them away. We've stuff for Essa tag will look for that player past APC, however. I think they know that he's there. And now comes the spray in. Bolts finds that 1 kill. Trade back is good. AK now sees the player at the back of the site. Zeppa can't quite find that trade. It's him and Essa tag responding in kind, and 3 CTs can get here now. No rotations. Inbound swing back at the AUG. Zeppa capitalized on the awkward spray, but SHZ trades it, and now Essa tag stands alone to fall the same. MIBR once again up 9-6 at the turn of the half. We head towards the break. CLOUD9 are going to wait for this. They might concede the bomb plant here, which will enable MIBR for the buy-ups, and we've seen what they can do with those forced investments. Nades coming forward. Here come the CT side. Danico with that 1 kill. Yell trying to focus fire, but the T start cleaning up the CT forces. Alex desperate to find Cello. Eventually Floppy things out from heaven. Gets 2 kills for his own right. And SHZ left alone. Bomb now down, tapped once, no kits in play for either CT member. They could stick it now, and SHZ will not swing back. Alex swinging around the corner as the smoke starts to clear. He sees his man. Ding down from the Glock does come through. Alex trying to protect alongside Floppy. Down through on the Glock. Can't get his kill, and eventually the kill comes back for him. 2 HP for him, 2 kills to his name, though. MIBR with a big pistol win. Well, just as they go back to B, the CTs rotate to A. Playing Ring of Rosies, it seems. SMG and Floppy does get 1 kill. Zeppa turns that Deagle on for a track of his own right. Yell trades it. Alex responds. CZ up. Essa tag turns his Deagle up, but he gets traded. 1 versus 2. And Bolster's got to swing wide, and in the end, it works better for the CLOUD9 camp as they just secure that 7th. A monstrous half by round. Utility beams also coming through towards the site, so there's no reason to doubt it at this stage. Flashes going over. Bolt's temporarily blinded by it. Checks the corner. Now fires off a shot. And there's no CT back here. They're going to play retake on this one. They've got one kit in play. Nade out the default plant, though, and that's not going to affect anyone.
And Nade's not quite going down to the right position at Bolts. Horbush looked like he wanted to take a bit of a dry fight aggressively. City's starting to come in from that bank position. Bolts gets one with a Deagle, turns it back to a 3-on-3, sees lots of players, knows the information that can come out, crossfire gets set, and that's all down to Zephyr in a 1 versus 2. And MIBR are going to win their force bites, and now anti-eco Cloud9. They're going to almost just walk past him, so it's just going to be that one player to defend the A site that's going to be the big damage dealer. Nade goes down, but Alex loses the fight immediately, and now the Bathrooms players have got to get involved, and they just can't.
2 casualties, sustained easy. Floppy does get a Deagle Essa tag. Oh, he acts too quickly. Just about drops that bomb. Cello and Bolts respond. It's all left to him to clutch this whole scenario. Tag damage done towards one player. Swings back. So much done. 2 bullets. He turns back around towards the mid control. 3 kills for him. And Flashbang continuing to face aggressive. Seeing him back at Divider. But now 5 points of health. He's got to reload. He's got to hold himself back passive. He knows that he's at a major disadvantage with the HP and the weapons here.
We've seen Bolts in the clutches. We know what he's able to do in these situations. Knowing the advantage, AK up against a Deagle on 5 HP from Essa tag. There's not a lot going for him, but can the element of surprise of reposition help him out? Sees that bomb, Deagle to come around the box, he's to connect, and he's able to do so. Force by gets won by Cloud9. 4 kills up for Essa tag on 1v3 clutch. It's all the distraction. If they're able to bait in players out towards that Bathrooms position, that could allow the wraparound to come through from long. The Glock at long range onto Alex has got the opening man advantage, and now players are starting to fly towards the side. Flash coming through, a second kill now coming through from the T side, but it's all down to Danico, and the CTs have arrived here in numbers. Decent damage for a very, very light eco.
That's a Ferrari peak if I've ever seen one. Jesus Christ. And he falls back. They're going to play retake here. Cloud9 setting up a backstab in towards the T-Con control. Bolts could get caught off guard. Alex does take down Cello, though. That's a start out. And Bolts, oh, he checked the place at the right moment, the wrong moment, I should say. Alex turns up another kill. Zephyr trades it back and doubles up the swing back to get the defuse together. Cloud9 playing honestly, carefully, passively. Cubby corner, he'll look to fight, swings forward, sees Danico, trade is good for him. Cello turns up that hero AK, and now suddenly Cloud9 not looking as confident as you thought. 4 versus 3, Orb sees the shoulder bait at Cello, and he does get a dink off, but the kill comes in for the CT player. So 3-on-3, flashing forward, CT players making their way very close and fast. Zephyr gets 1 kill, Yell finds that trade, tag to 35 though, and CT positioning is indicating a retake. They know that this guy is somewhere close, 25 seconds to deny that bomb plant as well, so time pressure is against MIBR. Cloud9 hold back, continue firing blind, knowing that they've just got to suppress the T-side players from the default angle. Floppy sees them coming in, Essa-tag I should say sees them coming in, gets that kill together. Floppy with the orb around the outside, no, there's the orb kill, coming back for his own right, and 12. Does Floppy second guess himself? No. Danico's made his way right up to the side though. Alex has got to secure this kill. They've got to try and hold off against the A players here. Sprays blind. Danico gets that one frag. Looks for Alex next. Alex finds the trade. S8Z will spray through on Floppy. But now with Alex getting that latest trade, they realise what's going on. MIBR didn't act towards the bomb site though. They had the perfect window of opportunity, about 15 seconds to get that bomb plant down. Now Alex is here at Graffiti. But Yell still swings, gets that frag together, and now secures the sites.
Nade goes down, doesn't quite connect. AWP just runs straight through it. That's Mezzy, not even waiting for his teammate. Essa-tag now has got to be in a 1 versus 3 position.
Essa-tag just left to save that AWP, and he's got players sneaking in from the front and back. No one's in the bathrooms just yet. I think he'll just be able to stay alive from this angle. Yeah, okay, he'll stay. Oh, big miss flash there from Alex, but Mezzy gets 2 kills out towards the mid control. Cello acting here towards the short position, not quite as successful. SHZ there for the trade. Now got to go back and grab the bomb as Bolts is active here towards Monster. He sees Alex, but the spray is not good enough, and it's a 1v3 now for the last. They think it's long, actually, yeah, but they're going to clear it out. SHZ is going to sneak the bomb plant in that time. Alex heard it, though, so he knows what's really going on. SHZ up for the clutch. 2 players coming in from long and mid, but not accounting for the player at the back of Dumpster.
That was a great check coming out from Mezzy, and now even a slow walk comes in for the short position, but it is getting punished by Bolts. Not a lot of damage done, and Zephyr's going to do the same.
Oh my god, they're not ready for this. Yell has no idea. Swing back, spray through, he's looking for a bit more. Bolts takes Floppy down through Monster and runs to the player aggressing. Oh, the taps continues! For 3 kills! And now Mezzy on that A defense is left alone, wondering how it all went wrong. He gets one exit, but now MIBR have the plant.
Oh my goodness, Bolts! What a sick play. Messi does the same out towards the retake, trying to come in from center position. He's now turned it into 1v1, but Danico's winning the round. And now the CTs have been reset, Jay. We're tied up 13-13. That round had it all!
Gonna be the player on top. I believe that's the case, yep. Oh. Couldn't wait to make it happen. It's a Zephyr. Seen. Taken out by SHZ. That's a kill easy. Floppy can turn around and frag back on SHZ. Dope gets himself a kill and doubles up with the spray down. Couple of trades in from Floppy though, picks up that AK and does some work, but not enough work. And that's a tag. The hero AWP was sat there towards the mid control. At least the distance. Very oxymoronic statement to make there. On him back at Grill, expecting T-side players to contact past this smoke. He may have seen an inkling of one. Flick spray through, gets only one frag. Trade of bolts is good. And Danico with the AK makes his way out. Zephyr swinging wide, looking towards short, desperate to find some sort of kill. But past the smoke, there's no vision. SHZ swings out, gets that kill together. Danico's low, but still the frags pour in for the AKs. Mezzi once again left in a 1v4. And he wants to save his weapon, the third map.
I can't believe the storyline here. I really can't. And even the M4 gets hunted down. The money's wrecked. We're in such a similar position out on the first map on reverse, right?
There's only one player there to defend it direct. Yell, swinging back, going to draw even more attention his way. Going to leave that one player over towards the B site, though he gets that kill on S-Attack. Huge Deagle. Now going to come through for Mezzi. He only finds that one frag. Alex trades it. Now all on Zephyr. UMP's been baited, though. Oh, the timing. The timing is horrific. 2-on-2 now. CLOUD9. 2 SMGs for the retake. No kits in play. Alex going to boost up, look to that back line though. He's not going to see where Cello's at. They're going to focus on that player at T-ramp. AK swung upon. Alex jumps around the corner. 3 kills to his name. Bolts with 1 frag. And Zephyr now needs to step up. Again, no kit. Bolts knows it. He's going to stick the full 10 seconds. And Bolts isn't swinging. Bolts isn't swinging. No. Zephyr's right on this. No time left. Oh, he's going to let this go. Back to CLOUD9. And with the luckiest defeat, they will secure themselves round 30.
And they've even got a bait and switch out towards his long position. AWP misses. There's a chance that the swing can come through. And the scout only lands that tag. 3 players left now for the T side.
And Mezzi able to support with S-Tag's tag. Now Alex in the back of the site, taking damage. Smoke trying to go down, but he swung upon a little bit too far. Knowing that there's 2 CTs back out here. Swing back on the AK. Gets S-Tag to drop. And the nade close towards Mezzi. Doesn't actually land, though. They know that he's there somewhere. The retake is on for CLOUD9. The UMP spray, the Fama swing. Gets that kill. One more back in bank. That's the AWPer of Yell. Watching a tight angle as Cello watches the bomb plant position. The UMP. Now the AWP's got to turn back towards them, seeing the shoulder bait of 1. That's a shot, connects to Floppy, 2 versus 2. And that bomb's actually not even open for them. Makes it to the defuse, they know it. Cello's going to kill AWP, M4 spray, just catches it. And MIBR won't get ninja this time.